Welcome to Dave's Cooking Show, and for you today we have a sweet sausage baked ziti. So in the pot here we got 5 links of Italian sweet sausage, and we're going to cook them up and break them up as we go along. Alright, as you can see here, the sausage has already been cooked and browned, and of course we're left with that lovely little fond on the bottom of the cooking vessel. And we're going to need roughly about 4 cloves of garlic that's been minced up. Alright, and then you want to give this a quick little stir around and just want to get a little bit of color on that garlic there. And then you want to add a 28-ounce can of San Marzano tomatoes that I pureed the ever-loving hell out of in the food processor. If you don't have a food processor, a good blender will work just as well. And this should be sufficient to deglaze the bottom of the pan and lift all that lovely fond up into your sauce. And so you just want to let this go for a little bit before you start adding any other spices and flavors to it. Now, this is optional, but I like to add just a pinch of sugar. And it's just really to kind of counteract the tin of the can. It is optional. Some people swear to Christ that they can't taste it. So, like I said, it is optional, but I like to do it. Okay, and then you want to add a teaspoon of salt, and then a half a teaspoon, or a little bit more, depending on if you want it a little spicier, of crushed red pepper flakes. Again, we're not making a spicy sauce. This is just kind of to wake everything up. So don't worry, it won't be spicy if you're sensitive to things like that. And then you want to eyeball in about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Then after you stir that together, time to add the sausage back into the sauce. And then you want to simmer this over a medium-low heat, if I didn't mention that before, for, about 10 minutes or so. Just let the flavors kind of blend together a little bit. Oh, and you should have a pot of water boiling right now, and, or at least start the pot of water boiling. That should be how long your sauce simmers for. Because you're going to need to cook a pound of ziti pasta. And again, rule of thumb with pasta is, however long the minimum time is, take a minute off. Especially with a pasta bake. In fact, take 2, because remember, it's going to bake in the damned oven for 25 minutes. Also, you can do it now if you want, but I usually wait. Preheat the oven to about 425. Okay, so after a couple, those minutes have passed, time to add a cup of heavy cream and about a half a cup of pulverized either Parmesan or Pecorino Romano, whatever your choice is. Again, easiest way to do this is, again, with your food processor. And then you just want to stir this around, and again, give this an additional 10 minutes or so on the stove before you add the pasta. You just kind of want to, again, the longer this goes, the better your sauce is going to taste. Common sense, right? All right, we'll be ready. I'll be back with the next step. Alrighty, as you can see, our pasta has come together, and it's time to add the ziti that we drained. And again, kill the heat to absolute nothing, the lowest it'll go. And then you just want to stir this around till everything's incorporated, and then we should be ready to move on to actually our pasta bake. Alright, see everyone in a minute. Okay. Time to dump all this goodness in. And again, like I said, the oven should be preheated to 425 degrees. And then you just want to level this off so everything's nice and even. Again, you don't have to, but everything's better when it's level. Okay, and then we have 1 pound of whole mozzarella cheese that we'll sprinkle some of it. I don't think I put the whole damn thing on it. And I quickly shredded this in my food processor. By the way, if you do not have a food processor, really invest in one. They're a couple $100. They're not that expensive, and they really are one of the most versatile tools in the kitchen. So you just want to spread this on. You could top this with a little Parmesan if you wish. It's really up to you. You don't have to use whole milk mozzarella, but I really think for anything pasta, whole milk is far superior to the low moisture garbage. Just my opinion. Okay, so let's keep adding cheese till we feel like we've got it. And then just pop it in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, or until the cheese is golden brown and bubbly. All right, and after about 15-20 minutes, you should be looking at something like this. So, that's Sweet Sausage Baked Ziti. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really do have to try a piece of this. And, yeah, this was delicious. Didn't last too long in the fridge. So, yeah, that's Sweet Sausage Baked Ziti. Done.